Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing an update video of a video that I've done previously, I think 2 weeks ago. It was a showcase of all of my vintage Masters of the Universe figures. And I've decided to do an update because I've gotten way more, actually, in those 2 weeks I've gotten 10 more. It's actually crazy. My dad got this huge box off eBay, and every day he's going to give me a figure until my birthday, and my birthday's in May. So I assume there's a lot in that box. But yeah, let's just get into the figures. I've already shown off He-Man. He does have this power sword. This is a power sword from Masters of the Universe Origins, the newest line of Masters of the Universe figures. But yes, and I just put it in there because he holds on to it fairly well, but I obviously don't have the actual power sword to be able to put in his hand, but it seems to stay in there fine, and I actually kind of like how it looks. But he has this H or an M on his chest. H for He-Man and M for Master of the Universe. I'm just going to press that in, and you have one strike, and if you press it in again, it reveals more damage. And if you want to, you can just roll it up, and you can just do it again. I'm not going to spend too much time on him, just because I've already shown him off. I've got a couple more over here. We have Mesquite. Here's Mesquite. I've already shown him off. He has the blood pumping effect. And I'm just going to set him over here. Today, I actually made a Mesquite figure. He does look pretty nice. I used paint and Sharpie. I don't really know if that really looks too good, but I mean, I think he looks pretty fine. But yeah, I just decided to show that off just for fun. Nothing big. And if you hear that people falling over, it's because there's a huge mountain of them. Well, not really a mountain. I mean, there's only a couple. But here's Mesquite, one of my favorites. I'm going to set him over here. And I also do use this. This is just like some kind of Transformers gun that I put in his hand, just because I don't have a gun for him. And we also have Manny Faces. I've already shown him off. He has the spinning head effect. Well, not really effect. It's like a mechanism, I guess. And you just spin it around. He has a monster face, his human face, and his robot face. So he's one of the cooler guys, I think. And we've got, I think there's one more that I've showed off. Let me try to find him. I actually think that's it, but let's just get into the newer ones that I have not shown off yet. Here is Triclops. He's one of the awesomer ones. I think he's complete. I don't think he's missing anything. I mean, let me know in the comments, but he might be. I'm not sure. He does have some wrist or arm rotations, but this armor piece does kind of hinder it just a little bit. And he does have the hitting effect that most of the Masters of the Universe figures use, but my hand's kind of getting in the way of the sword. So, you know. And the main feature that really attracts this figure, I'm just going to get his sword out real quick, is he has his eye, his Triclops eye. It spins around. There's a blue eye, a red eye, and then an evil, like a really evil eye that looks very, very angry. But I think his armor is removable, and he does have this sword holster on his back that you can just put his sword in. And there you go. I'm just going to set him over there. And then here is Leech. Now this guy, I think he's also complete. But yeah, he's definitely a larger hulking figure compared to well, he's kind of big compared to Man-E-Face's. He definitely is taller and more buffed out, I guess. He has a gun, or like a crossbow, I guess. You just press the button, and he launches out. Very, very minimal, but that's what most of the Horde came with, a dragon crossbow. He does have the bat on his chest. He does work with Horde, and the main feature of this figure is he has a suction cup for a head, and if you press him down and press his button in, he should kind of like suction cup in there, but I really don't think he's going to suction cup to my table because it is like a rough surface. And then he also has like suction cup hands that they do work. And then he does have these like flat surface. They're not suction cups, but they're flat. And he's a leech. What more would you want from a Masters of the Universe character? He's a leech. Let me see who else. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna move that guy over, and then take a look at this guy. Here's Roboto. This is one of my favorites. I take that back. They're all my favorite. But I also think Roboto is complete. I do have his other accessories over here. His axe hand and his gun hand. Now, they do have these pegs in it, and then you could plug them in the arm if you want. And if you spin his waist, the bill on his face will move up and down, and the gears inside will move. And what I thought was pretty cool is he does have some back gears. I've kind of seen there he has like a cartoon heart in there. I thought that was so cool. He does use the Man-E-Face's legs, just because of that robot effect that you want to have. And if you want to, you could take out his normal robot hand, plug in his axe hand, or you don't have to put in the axe hand. You could put in the gun hand, which is much more violent, and he could get a lot more done with his gun hand than an axe in a normal robot hand. Just going to set him over there. And let's just get into some other figures. We do have over here Slushhead, or Calamar. I've already shown him off. He does have this arm chopping effect, or motion, I guess. I don't know. Now, what I didn't mention in my video was it's a gun, and it's also an axe. Now, that's awesome. I really do like that. And then the main feature on this guy is he does have water, or I don't think it's water. I think it's like some kind of oil that moves around in his head, and I thought that was really awesome. So that's enough for Calamar. And just a couple of things right here. We have Tongue Lasher. Now, he does work for the Snake Men. He's my first Snake Man figure. I think he's a toad. He's either a toad or a frog. But yeah, the reason why they call him Tongue Lasher is that he has this like gear on his back, and you move that gear, and his tongue whips out Tongue Lasher, and I do like kind of like him to display like that just because of his tongue. It's out, you know. So that's about it for Tongue Lasher. We do have Stinkore. Here's Stinkore. Now he does use. This is basically like there's nothing new on this guy. I think except his armor, but the armor didn't come with this guy in the box that I got the figure out of. But he does have this this kind of like rotating fighting move, I guess, and he does have the exact same body as Skeletor and the exact same head as Merman. So nothing really different except the color scheme. He's a skunk. He's a ripped skunk. So I thought that was a little bit cool. And here is Buzzoff. Buzzoff's one of my favorites. I think he has like one more weapon. I think that's it. and then like a headpiece. But he does have his wings. They do extend, and it makes him more wider. And then you can just put him down. He does have this the fighting effect, arm rotations, and then the head rotation. So, you know. And then he does look like his hands and feet look like a bee. We do have Mecha Neck. Here's Mecha Neck. He does have chrome or like vac metallized eyes. And if you twist his waist, his head pops up. And I think he's missing his armor and his weapon. And then he has like these silver boots and then a green belt. And then like this is like a piece, this piece right here. It's been used on many, many different figures. And he does, if you spin his waist, his head does pop up and down. Or his head pops up and down. And then it reveals this this kind of like mechanical neck. That's why they call him Mecha Neck. And then we also have over here, I'm just going to press his eyes down, Mantena. He does work with the Horde. He does have the Horde bound on his chest. And I think he's like he's some kind of bug. I guess Hordak has something with bugs, a mosquito, and a bug, I guess. And he does have rotating arms, but the arms do get hindered by the earpieces. And this is going to be a longer video. I'm sorry, but, you know. And he also has these the bats on his boots. And the main feature on this guy is if you push the lever on his back, his eyes pop out. Now, I don't know what kind of bug does that, but if you press that out, his eyes do bug out. Kind of reminds me of like a cartoon. I'm gonna save one of the better guys for last. Here is Hordak. Now, he is missing his cape and his bow, but he does have his armor. And, you know, he has the fighting move. And then his head is like a rubbery thing, and it does move around. His arm, sorry about that. That was a vehicle I'm about to show you. His arms do rotate all the way around, and the armor, if you want to, you could take it off. It's a little bit of a hassle to be able to take it off, but all right, two last guys. We have Mossman. He's one of my favorites. He does have the fighting move. He can spin all the way around, and he's flocked. He has this like mossy texture, and if you want to, his head is like a rubbery feeling, and then you can spin his head around or his legs, you know. So that's it for Mossman. And here is an awesome guy. His name is Clawfall. And I don't have his armor, but he does have this the fighting feature. And the main thing that I like about this figure is his head. I really do like his head because it's like a crab. No, not just the head. The claw. This is it's like a huge arm. It does look bigger than this arm, and it's like a crab arm that you clip up and down, and yeah, he's one of the cooler figures. He reminds me of the beach because he's a crab. And then here is a vehicle. I think Skeletor rides this, but I'm just gonna put Hordak in there. Once you get him in there, he should sit in there fine. And then if you, this is going to be really, really loud. He does make that noise whenever you roll it across. And that's very, very loud. That almost hurt my ears. We're so close to 200 subscribers. And the special for that, I think I might do a room tour. That'd be actually pretty awesome to be able to do, but yeah, it might happen. It might not. I think I might do a video after this on an art piece. It's a very special art piece, not just any ordinary art piece. but I'll probably show that off. And I think that's it. If you guys have, like, stuck around to the end, I mean, I do recommend subscribing if you did enjoy this. It really helps me. But yeah, I've got actually a few pieces over here. These are connector pieces. If your Masters of the Universe things break, you can use these. I forgot to show those off. But yeah, I'm just going to close off the video with Mutagen Man, and thanks for watching.